Good morning! This week, Tanya's coming over. I'm going to be making a pot of chicken pho, and we're going to be talking about how we met and share a little bit about who we are.
We're Tan and Steen, just two ordinary Asian Australian women who happen to be friends and business partners. We own a psychology practice in the suburbs of Brisbane, where we have a beautiful team and also see our own counselling clients. We are mums. Tan and Trent have Ari, who is 6, and Steen and Kev have Harry, who just turned 4. Like many parents, the journey into parenthood changed us and shaped us further into the people we are. It is such a deep and transformational phase in our lives, where we have also done a lot of emotional and mental health work on ourselves. Building a family is wonderful, but it comes with a lot of self-work, exhaustion, and a consistent intention to discontinue generational trauma and raise our humans in the best way that we know how.
So Tan's coming over in about 2 hours. I'm going to start cooking my pot of chicken pho. Usually you need longer than 2 hours for the soup to build in flavour, but mine's going to be a quickie today. I think it's still going to be super delicious, so I better get started.
right, let's talk about how we met.
Yeah.
So I saw you before we properly met at the place we used to work.
Which was a national counselling service.
Yeah, it was lunchtime and I was eating lunch alone, and then I looked up and I saw you talking to some people and I was like, who's that hot bitch? Because your outfit was really nice and yeah.
What was I wearing?
You were wearing like black boots and black stockings, and I was like, I have to get some black boots. And then like a floral kind of dark winter top. It was like winter time. Yeah.
That's crazy. Tan has a really amazing memory. I don't even remember what I was wearing, but she always remembers what I'm wearing. Yeah. And I first saw you, or was introduced to you, when you were sitting at McDonald's across the road from work, and you were in like denim shorts and a singlet in our 20s, and you had like a tattoo here. She's a bad bitch. And yeah, because I was really sheltered growing up, so I would never have gotten a tattoo or anything like that. So I was like, whoa, she's like out there.
Yeah, it's so funny that you thought that.
Yeah.
I think we probably got to have fun together at the work Christmas party.
But then we found ourselves in the bathroom together at one point, and then I noticed that there was sushi or something in Tan's teeth. So I told her, like, you have like something in your teeth. And then, yeah, so then we just became friends from that.
At work, I thought maybe I can like properly ask her to be my friend. So I thought about asking Steen out for dinner, but I was really nervous about it because, you know, when you're in your late 20s, there's a lot of people already have really established friendship groups, and I was feeling like branching out a bit, and I just felt quite drawn to Steen and wanted to be connected to her. So I thought, I'm just going to ask her to go out for dinner tonight. So I messaged her on the system and I was really nervous, and then I think your response was good. Like
I didn't reject you.
He was like, yes, I'd love to, or something. And then I thought, oh. So then we went out for dinner that night and had a good chat about, you know, family and life and all sorts of things.
Her boyfriend Trent at the time, who she's now married to, and I was single. I think I'm newly single, and so I just had a lot of time in the world to just hang out all the time. So I think I was over at your house quite a lot. Tan lives near the city, so
yeah, we'd meet up a lot after shifts because we did shift work at the time. So we'd just meet up at 9 or 10 at night, and then also spend weekdays like eating hot chips in the park and things.
Yeah, I had different friend groups as well. Like, you sort of aligned with me on many different levels and fulfilled many different needs. We just liked to do similar things. We kind of thought the same in terms of our values and behaviour.
And how we were therapists as well. We just, I guess, treated our clients in a very similar manner. Like a lot of people at the workplace at that time said that they would always hear our calls and get us mixed up with one another.
And this was even before we became close friends. We just had this natural similarity.
Yeah, people often ask me, oh, is this someone that you knew from school, or is she related to you? And I'd say, no, I just met her. And they say, oh, you look so similar, or you talk in a similar way, or you look like the same. Sometimes, like our husbands often over the years have gotten us mixed up. And Steen has pretended to be me on the phone to Trent. He can't even tell the difference.
We grew really close really quickly and really understood how one another worked. And it just made a lot of sense, and we started to think about maybe we should open up a practice together one day and work in a very aligned way, in a way that was less restrictive, you know, with appropriate ethical boundaries and all that kind of thing, but with a little bit more flexibility. And
every relationship is unique, and we wanted to honour that rather than having to go through, you know, in big organisations you often have to go through many layers of management to get something approved, like something really simple that we felt was, you know, simple and clinically appropriate. So we just wanted to have the freedom to practice psychology in a way that felt really genuine and more aligned to who we are as people.
So I don't go into detail if someone asks me a question about anything really. So I'll just say to Tan, I'm going out to the movies with like a friend somewhere.
And I'll be like, which friend, what movie are you seeing, and what are you wearing, and what time are you going?
Yeah. And which friend, because I know everyone that you know.
Yeah. Yes.
But, you know, when I first met Tan, I was confused as to why she wanted to know all the details of my life. I thought it was, like, I wondered if she really was interested and why she was interested.
Just a weirdo.
Yeah, but then it's made me be less vague. Like, I think I'm very different from when we first met.
Yes,
now,
you
like
are.
I've like forced myself to be more descriptive, and
Yes.
especially when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, or when you're giving me a recipe.
Yeah. If Tan asks for a recipe, I'm just like, put in this, put in that, put in this,
Yeah.
and she'll say that doesn't make sense. Exactly how much?
Yeah.
What kind of spoon
So
do you use?
I need a lot of details.
Yeah. Whereas I just intuitively cook.
Yes.
And Tan needs to follow a recipe.
Yeah, that's another difference.
That's a good example of my vagueness and your attention to detail.
Yeah. So sometimes with the process, I mean, we can both do the same thing. We just approach it in different ways, and it's the same outcomes. That works quite well, I
that's
think.
right.
Because you can see, like, for example, if we need to punch out like a new policy or process, sometimes Steen will just like come up with this whole big document that I would be too overwhelmed to even start. She can just, I don't know, she might be able to see the whole thing, so she can just do it, and then I can come in and then go through the details.
Add the details, yeah.
So that's how it works quite well as well. Whereas I just wouldn't even maybe approach it because I don't know where to start.
Comes to like cooking.
Yeah,
And
I'll just whack together a meal and I'll be like, oh, this is good enough.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Whereas I'm like, no, you have to make sure the onion is sliced thinly.
Yeah, and it always looks
It has to
beautiful.
be done a certain way.
Yeah.
But yeah, in other ways, you're more perfectionist.
You clean a lot. Like the environment around me.
Yeah.
A lot. I
Yeah.
get bothered by it.
I always know when Tan's really stressed because she doesn't look up, and if we're in a meeting, she'll get really distracted and she'll be cleaning, typing, saying something, and just doing 100
Yeah.
things at once to
Yeah.
try to control the
Yes.
environment and to try to like regulate.
That's when I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, so when I'm stressed, Steve knows because I will just come in and randomly like clean a shelf. We're both introverts, but it can show up differently in social events. So like if we're at a team social event and we're both really, really tired, something happens to me where I like become overexcited, and then
It's harder to regulate your feelings.
so I just become like really, really excitable.
You talk
in
more?
particular group situations, and I just talk and I go in to like the social situation, and I'm like often in that context I'm the last person to leave,
Even though you're really tired and stressed.
and that's when I crash the next day. Whereas Steen's like more paced with the social events, so she'll be tired and then she'll hit a certain point
And then
like
I'll
hours
shut
before
down.
me,
I will shut down.
and then she's like, I'm going home.
I'm dead. Yeah, I cannot even
Yeah.
have another conversation.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
often we're both in the car together at the end of an event, any kind of work event or any social event. And Tan's still coming down, like she's quite wired, whereas I just can't even talk. I'm just like
she's like an empty shell.
yeah, so we shut the door and I just go,
And she's just like this the whole way home, and I'm like when I get home, it'll probably be another 2-3 hours before I'm like, okay, I'm ready for bed now.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Tan needs to like debrief quite a bit afterwards just to regulate, whereas I just need to shut, like I just need my brain to
She's
be
just like,
out.
shut up. Stop talking about it.
Stop talking about why that person did this. No, I overanalyze as well.
Yeah, we both do that quite a lot, which is helpful for lots of aspects of the business. Like if we have an idea or we're in recruitment phase, we can really pick apart a situation. And we do this really well with our practice managers as well, and we can come up with a plan together of what we're going to do. So that works well.
Yeah. We wanted to spend all the time together, like every day.
Yeah.
We wanted to have lunch together.
Yeah. We wanted to do work together 24/7.
We're on the phone a lot.
Yes. So it just
Texting
made, that's right. So it made sense to work together as well.